Very good evening, everyone. Welcome back to Pantech e-learning channel. This is R. Divyanjali from Pantech. Pantech is a platform where a person can experience, innovate, and implement different research and development works over this platform. Today, Pantech has come up with one-day free workshop on blockchain technology. Firstly, I would like to invite KKR and KSR Institute of Technology and Science, Department of CSC and AI. Welcome to the department faculty. This session is going to be from 4:30 to 5:30 in the evening time. And I would like to welcome the convener of the event, Dr. G. Murali sir, and the co-convener, Dr. S. Narendram, and coordinators, Mr. D. Harikrishnan and Ms. K. Radhika. So firstly, welcome the organizers of the event. Next, I would like to welcome all the participants, each and every one, to the pleasant evening session That too on the emerging trending technology that is blockchain technology. Welcome, dear participants. Before starting the session, first let me know whether am I audible to all of you? Whether am I audible to all of you, dear participants? Dear participants, am I audible? Please let me know in the comment section so that I'll start the session. Dear participants, before starting the session, let me tell you one thing. This is not your regular classroom boring session, okay? You can make the session interactive by interacting with me in online, that too in chat, okay? I hope the students will be so interactive, right? Fine. So without any delay, we'll start the session. Let me share you the screen first. Dear participants, before starting, am I audible? Please tell me that. Am I audible? And is the screen is clearly visible? Please let me know that in the chat. Okay, fine. Today we have come up with one of the interesting technology, fascinating technology, that is blockchain technology, right? What is this blockchain technology basically representing? Day to day in the society, in the market, lot of number of technologies are evolving one after the other like that. So why blockchain? What is so special about this? What are the trending technologies same like blockchain? You might have heard about AI, artificial intelligence technology. Not only AI, blockchain, cybersecurity, cloud computing, all these are the various domains or all these are the various technologies which have come and which have moving the market right now, correct? So, in today's session, we'll discuss something in detail about the very basic introduction to blockchain. Okay, the word itself is telling us blockchain. It means group or number of blocks are interconnected with like same like a chain. Okay, so our data, so whatever the technology you might be considering, let it be AI, cloud computing, blockchain, we have data. Okay, please do remember this. We have data, but we don't know how to store the data and how to work with the data and how to make secure our data, right? So only one such technology has come, that is blockchain, which is helpful for us to store the data securely. Blockchain technology main implementation is for storing and for securing our data. Okay, fine. Let us know in detail about this technology. So in this session, we'll be learning something about the introduction to blockchain. What is this blockchain technology? Why we are using? And what is Bitcoin? What is Ethereum? And what is solidity and contract? Okay, fine. So what is this blockchain? This is the next internet era. What is internet? Here comes my question. Internet. Nowadays, an internet can be used even by kids of nursery LKG kids, right? So what is this internet? What it is illustrating us? www.google.com, anything, www, World Wide Web, correct? The complete globe is in our single hand within our fingertips, right? Fine. Here comes what is blockchain. A blockchain is a constantly growing ledger which keeps a permanent record of all the transactions that have taken place in a secure, chronological, and immutable way. In simple terms, if we wanted to tell, blockchain helps in banking sector. So for any transactions or for any digital transactions especially, we use this blockchain to share the transactions or to distribute the amount ledgers. Okay, fine. Moving on to the next slide. Here comes the versions of blockchain. Till now, we are having three versions. The latest version 3.0, which is also known as decentralized application. Okay, which is nothing but D apps. Okay, so version 1, it is being used as cash for the internet and seen as the enabler of the internet of money. Whereas version 2 extends the concept of Bitcoin beyond the currency. Now we are using the third version of blockchain, which is known as DApps, that is decentralized application. Why blockchain? What is so speciality about this technology? Mainly, it helps in security purpose, okay, and it is mainly used for banking sector as well, okay. So blockchain uses cryptography to add a layer of security to the data stored on the network. Let us move on to the next slide. Here comes Bitcoin. What is this Bitcoin? It is basically a computer file which is stored in a digital wallet application on a smartphone or a computer. In simple terms, I can tell like Bitcoin is a digital currency, digital cryptography, cryptocurrency. Okay, we cannot touch, and it is just a digital currency only. Okay, you might be having some idea about Bitcoin transactions, Bitcoin predictions, like that, right? So, in today's session, at last, or by the end of the session, I'll just give you a glance idea how to predict this Bitcoin predictions also. We know that it is not so easy to predict Bitcoin predictions because it changes every minute to minute, second to second, like that. So, here in this session, I'll explain you how this Bitcoin predictions can be done with the help of machine learning. Okay, fine. I think it might be quite interesting. Are you people really interested? Hope so. So you can just tell me whether you're interested to learn something about Bitcoin prediction, which might be useful in real time as well. Correct? Fine. Here comes the history of Bitcoin. So Bitcoin was first put forwarded by Satoshi Nakamoto. You might be having some awareness of this person, right? Have you heard about this person at least till now? So he was the first person to put forward this Bitcoin for this blockchain technology, which helps us for knowing about the cryptocurrency details. Okay. Yeah, here comes mining process. So before knowing in something in detail about this mining process, first let us understand few words. Okay. First word we can tell like ledger, which is nothing but a simple file. Okay. that is been growing constantly one after the other like that. Okay. Permanent means which can be stored permanently, data can be stored permanently like that. Okay. Fine. Immutable. Immutable means once we have stored some data means once we have allocated some data, we cannot modify it. Okay. It's like permanent storage like that. Okay. Where we can use this blockchain or Bitcoin, all this? In many industrial applications, mainly banking sector we can use. It helps in something like it has few benefits like time reduction, unchangeable transactions, reliability, security, collaboration. All these are various benefits we can consider like. Here comes something about mining process. As the entire network is widely distributed, every miner is the network, okay, which is expected to receive multiple messages from multiple vendors at any given period of time. What the miner does is he combines these messages in a single block. I'll explain you in simple way. Yeah. I'll just construct a simple blockchain here. Please avoid my art. Okay. Some group of people, group of network will consider like person A, person B, C, D, E, and F. Okay. These are the persons which are who are interlinked in a blockchain. Okay. I'm just connecting them, interlinking them. So whatever the data I'm sharing in the network, it can be accessed by all the people in the network, but only when they have some access key like that. Okay. So I'm sharing some data here to the network. Data. Okay. This data can be accessed by any of the person, but only if they have access key. Okay. Yeah. Now I'll share some data, some transaction details, some amount like that. Some information I'll be sharing to the network. Only if the person is having that transaction access, then only they can access the data. This is how we generally store our data and secure our data, okay, in the blockchain. Every miner, it means every person or every individual will be receiving the message, but not they can access. They cannot directly access. Only with the help of that key, access key only, they can access it, okay. So what does the miner is? What he will do means he will combine all the messages one after the other, one after the other, and it will be sent to the network as a single block, one after the other, one after the other, like that. Drawbacks. So specific scams and frauds have been already done or number of been doing till now as well. So for rectification that or to overcome that, many techniques, many security alerts have been alerting. Okay. So damages reputation and usefulness of the data and information, transactions, organization like that. No chargebacks or refunds. So refunds cannot be done if it is misused as well. So these are few drawbacks we can consider like. So let us understand what is blockchain and what is Bitcoin. Okay, we can tell like Bitcoin is a blockchain, but blockchain is not a Bitcoin. Bitcoin is just one application we can consider like, okay. So blockchain is a technology. In this technology, we are using one application that is Bitcoin. One such application, one such important application or trending application we can tell like Bitcoin. Okay. So blockchain is a cryptocurrency And it is anonymity. Anonymity is nothing but the meaningfulness. Okay. Bitcoin. What is this Bitcoin? It's just a digital currency, transparency, database. Yeah. Coming to the next slide, here comes something about Ethereum. What is this Ethereum? It's the foundation for a new era of the internet, where it's like an editor, okay, where we can implement the applications like that. It's a software, okay. Here comes the history of Ethereum. It was proposed in late 2013 by Vitalik Buterin, a cryptocurrency researcher and programmer. He was the first person to put forward this Ethereum and its existence, okay. Next comes something about solidity and smart contract. Solidity. So it's the language, we know that, right? It's the most popular language on Ethereum, inspired by C++, Python, JavaScript. Although many programming languages existing, for blockchain, we are using Solidity language, okay? For implementing this banking, transaction, data security purpose, okay? Smart contract, it's simply a piece of code that is running on Ethereum. So smart contract is nothing but a piece of code, just a small program or just a small part of a program, complete program, which is running on the Ethereum network. Setting up of Ethereum environment. So Ethereum can interact with the contracts through a web-based application. Ethereum Studio can be set up. We can set up that environment in the system by using the virtual machine. And we can use Solidity programming language to execute the applications as well. So here comes the uses of this Ethereum, okay. So first one is this Bitcoin, which is nothing but a network of incentive open source developers. Next is DAI, a stable cryptocurrency that holds the value of $1 USD. Next is Cent, a social network where you can earn money by posting the details in the posters. Next one is decentralized, a virtual world owned and built by its users. How will this work? So it is very simple. For suppose we are from block 1, we are sharing some transaction details to the network. Okay. When it is being reached by the block 2, the transactions are being accessed, and whatever the details they want, they will be again sharing to the next block. Like that, it will be again shared to some n number of blocks. Okay. All the transactions, all the blocks can access, but only with the help of the transaction key. If they are entering the correct access key, they can access all these details. Okay, block 1, block 2, anything. So only it is being shown in the reverse direction that n number of blocks can access the data only with the help of that access key. Every Ethereum node is connected to other node to form a network. Okay, but the data can be accessed with the help of the access key. Yeah, here comes something about Solidity intro. So let us understand something about this Solidity. So it is used to create the smart contract in Ethereum node. So we are using Ethereum networks or Ethereum editor, right? So in this, we are using Solidity programming language to develop Bitcoin, to develop blockchain applications. Okay. So why we are using this? It is very easy to learn and adopt web application based. So to develop some web applications, we are using this Solidity programming language. Yeah. So in Solidity programming language, let us understand a sample program. How can we write like that? So before writing a program, we should know some basic fundamentals also, right? So the first one is comments. Comments means whatever we write after the slash and multiply symbol and multiply symbol by slash. That is treated as within this, whatever we are writing, it is treated as a comment. For suppose in other programming languages also we have syntaxes for comments like Python, we use something like hash symbol, correct? Same way here for Solidity also, we are using some code to write the comment. Whatever we are writing within this symbol, within this slash, forward slash, multiply and multiply forward slash, within this, whatever you are writing, it is treated as comments. Next is variables and scopes. So generally to store the data, any value, we need some variables, right? So that variables we will be using. Next is types, built-in as well as user-defined data types. So data types includes various data types includes like floating point or something like integer, all that. Okay. Yeah, operators. So what operators does this Solidity supports for? So it supports all different arithmetic, relational, logical, bitwise, all these operators it can be supporting. Next is strings and arrays. We know that strings are nothing but set of characters, right? Array of elements. So Solidity programming also supports these strings and array of concepts and loops and decision making like if statement, if else, nested elif. Next comes for loop, while loop. All these looping statements can be supported by this Solidity programming language. So moving on to the challenge accepted, like before this, we have the application. I'll just show you that. Okay, generally, if you have Jupyter Notebook, you can even execute there. If you don't have Jupyter Notebook, you can just go to Google Colab. Yes, welcome to Google Collaboratory. Here I'm executing this Bitcoin predictions actually. Upload. I hope so everyone can see the screen. If you're getting any doubt at any point of the class, please let me know that. So that I'll answer your queries by the end of the class. Okay. So here I have to import my data as well. For predicting this Bitcoin prices, I am going to use certain data. I'm uploading that data here. Yeah, this is my data file, .csv file. Dear participants, please don't attend the class only for attendance. Okay. This is a very trending technology which is helpful for us to create the future. Yeah, I hope so. You can see this. Your CSV has been uploaded. Now here comes your application like predicting this Bitcoin prices. So here we are using Bitcoin prices to be predicted with the help of machine learning algorithms. Okay. For that, I'm using Python language here as a sample application. Okay, first I have imported the required library files like import pandas, numpy, matplot library, math, sklearn. All these are the Python library files packages which are required. Now I have imported them and stored with some variables. Numpy is a library file which is used for numerical values accessing purpose. Pandas is the library file used for accessing of any data into our program. For that purpose, we use this pandas and we are representing with PD variable. We can give any variable representation here. By default, I have mentioned something like NP, PD, PLT like that. Okay. Next, import matplot library. Matplot library is used for visualizing the data in graphical format. From this matplot library, I am using pyplot module as PLT variable. Next, import math for numerical calculations. Next is sklearn. For accessing of this machine learning modules, algorithms, we use this sklearn. So from this, I have imported the modules min, max, scalar, mean, squared error, all this. Next, to implement this machine learning algorithms also, we are involving this Keras TensorFlow. Why? Because we are going to work with neural network, that is LSTM. Okay. So now that we have imported the required library files to work with, next we will move on to the data. So my input data is bitcoin ticker.csv. This is my file. Okay. I'll just show you that file here. Bitcoin ticker.csv. So that is nothing but .csv represents an Excel sheet data. Here you can see the Excel sheet data. In this, you can find date ID, date time, market, repeat key, last key, next difference of 24 hours, difference per 24 hours. Yeah. Next, BID. These are all the keys. Okay, when that key value is high, when that key value is low, what is the highest value, what is the lowest value, and what is the total volume of that particular Bitcoin. Okay, this column is what our important column, that is repeat key, whether it is European Bitcoins or American Bitcoins, Asian, India's, like that. Okay, based on the place, it is having different repeat keys. Okay, fine. Now, going back to the code, yeah, we have taken that CSV file into our program. We have uploaded here, right? We have taken that program, we have taken that file into the program, reading into the program with the help of pandas, and I'm storing in a variable called data. Now I have applied header function. It will give by default first 5 rows of data starting from the index value 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, like that, with all the columns. Okay. With all the columns, it will be displayed. So what are my columns? Consisting of date ID, date time ID, market, repeat key, last, and difference of 24 hours. Okay. What is the difference? All these details are there. Okay. Header function displays first 5 rows. First 5 rows with all the columns. Okay. Now I'm taking this repeat column information and I'm value counting which key and what is the count of that particular key. Okay. For suppose you can see here Bitcoin USD dollars, American dollars. How many are there? How many times it's been repeated that coin? So that count, value counted here. Okay. Now what I'm doing, I'm taking that Bitcoin, which is equal to Bitcoin of American USD. Okay, American dollars. Wherever the repeat key column is consisting of American dollars, take that and store in this variable. Now again apply header function. Now I will get all the repeat keys of USD, Bitcoin USD data. I hope so you are understanding. Yes, dear participants, are you people understanding the class? Understanding the code explanation? You're getting any doubts? Till now everything is clear? If everything is clear, please let me know that in the comment section, telling that yes, till now everything is clear. Dear participants, don't just tell yes ma'am, no ma'am, okay ma'am. This is not primary school, right? We are the coming graduates, are the working professionals. We can explain or we can give some description about the class, right? You can tell like whether you're understanding or not, whether up to the mark or not, whether you're up to the mark or not in the class. I want a response from all my participants. Yeah, fine. Everything is clear, right? Then fine. Let us move on to the next line. Okay. Now I'm resetting the index values. All the true values to be considered. Reset the index values and store again in the df variable. Now I'm considering date time and date time ID. Okay, I'm considering date time ID and I'm storing in a variable called date time. Now I'm checking the date. if the date time is greater than the given date time. Okay, take the data. Now for that you consider date time, last, difference of 24 hours, all the column details you consider and store in this variable. Okay, now apply header function. It will give you the, for that particular row, it will give all the details. Okay, now last. Now take that last column information, again store in that variable. Now value count the data and complete information, that values. Complete values to be in floating point, like it should not be in integers like that. Okay, it should be converted into floating point and then again store in the same variable. Okay, now what we are doing, just execute that variable, you will be getting the output. Array of elements would be there, 1D array, and shape is 0, 1. Next, data type. Which type of data type we are having? It's a floating point data. Okay, now what we are doing is, min-max scalar is just a variable. I'm taking that module into this variable. Next, fit my data, complete data to that module. Here, this code I did not run yet. Okay, already executed code only, but before execution, it will show like this only. Don't consider this. Okay, coming to the next line, when I'm executing this data, for suppose, wait, I'll tell you. Yeah, we are here only, right? My complete row of data, whatever I have selected, no, it will be coming as output here. Now I am dividing my data into training and testing. Bitcoin prices we cannot predict because it may change high, it may change low as well. Okay, that predictions, if we wanted to know, we need to work with some past recorded information, right? That past recorded information I'm working with now. So that data I'm dividing into training and testing sets. 67% of data I'm used for training the machine or training the algorithm. Remaining 33% I'll use for testing purpose. In this format, I'm dividing the training and testing and printing the length of the training and testing data sets. Okay. Now create this data set as my function. So defining the function as create the data set, look back is equal to 1. It means look back to the memory 1, last one memory, like that. For training X and Y, for both we are considering. Initially it is empty. Now when I am considering this for loop, it will iterate within that loop and it will be adding that data X, data Y values. Okay, now it will return the data X and data Y values. For 1 means it will go to the look back memory 1. But here I have given look back 10. It means 10 memory locations, it will move within that loop one after the other. Like that I am creating the data set for training as well, for testing as well. Now print training data, print testing data. So you can reshape the data for training and testing and store in these variables. Okay. Till now, we have collected the data for Bitcoins. Then what we have done? We have taken the library packages, taken the input data into the program, then we have pre-processed it. And we also have done training and testing. Okay, now that we have to apply the model. What model we are using? As I have already told you, LSTM model. Okay, long short-term memory network. It's a neural network in machine learning, in deep learning. Okay, this neural network I'm using now. So I'm creating that model now. Taking the model, input model sequential into the variable, add these layers, LSTM layers, I have added 4 layers, input shape I have taken. Next, add dense layers and compile the program or compile the model, which will give me mean square error value in the loss with optimizer. Optimizer taken as Adam optimizer. Now fit the training data to the model. Okay, number of epochs I have considered like 100. For each and every epoch, I will be getting the accurate result. Okay. Fine. For training data also, I am predicting the accuracy. For testing data also, I am predicting the accuracy. Now I have applied that standard scalar module, min-max scalar module also to the training as well as to the testing data. So here I will be getting the scores. And here I'll be getting for training data, testing data, plots also. Whether for training data it will increase, decrease for testing data, like that. So that plotting only it will be showing. So this is how we generally run the code in Google Colab. So generally here you will be getting output in terms of graph, whether you will be getting the coin price predictions are high or low. In that format, you will be getting the output. So you can see here. Okay. Blue color represents the actual data. Orange color represents the trained data predictions. And the green color represents for testing data, what is the predictions, like that. Okay. So for training, what is the score? We got 5.28 RMSE, root mean square error value. For testing data, I got 5.8. Okay. So this is how the predictions are being done for Bitcoin prices. I hope so till now everything is clear. Yes, dear participants. Any doubts till now? Any doubts till now? If no, please let me know that everything is clear in the chat box. Don't make the session as boring as your classroom session. If you have any doubts, you can ask me. I hope so everything is clear till now. Now let us move on to the next slide where we are going to discuss something about smart contract. So which is nothing but a small block of a code as we have already discussed it, right? So what is this smart contract? So it is a digital transactions which is very useful for highly securing the data, which does not involve any third party persons, like that. Direct transactions can be done. Okay. For suppose now if you consider the traditional banking system, if we wanted to share some amount to the people of another person, okay, in between banks are consuming the minimal charges, right? Instead of that, through blockchain, we can directly transact to the person. Okay, fine. So what is the smart contract? It is a self-enforcing agreement embedded in computer code managed by blockchain. The code contains set of rules under which the parties of the smart contract agrees to interact with each other. So person A, person B, if you consider, both the people directly interact without the help of any third party person. They can directly transact the amount without any third party organizations. Okay. So history of smart contracts. It's been started maybe in the 1990s only, because by the time blockchain has been existed, right? So at that time only it's been already started. And why we are specially using this? Because for autonomy, for trust, for backup and safety, speed, savings, accuracy. We all know this. Why? Because through traditional banking sector also we have security, we have some guarantee, like that. Okay. As the technology is being improvising day to day, lot of things have been coming up, right? So here are a few things like through direct contract to the person to whom we are sharing the amount, we can build up the trust, right? And we will have the details as well within the blockchain regarding our transaction details. And we have safety, and within no time we can share the information, transaction details, whatever it is. And savings also can be done. And accuracy also. It is having a very good high accuracy rates. Okay. So these are what we can tell like why we are preferring specially for that like that. Here comes the smart contract benefits. Cost effective. We all know that it is cost effective, secured to process through the network, accurate, and always 24/7 we can share the data. Fast and autonomous and trustless. So here comes the first smart contract. If you have this Ethereum in your system, you can just execute this program. It is a very simple program where we are initializing the basic task like a simple storage. Okay, to store some data, we are initializing some function setup like X. Okay, stored data should be in this X. Now get that function and return whatever the data value we have stored in that variable. So you can even just take this code and execute in your Ethereum editor. Okay, you will get it. So yeah, we have come up to the last slide of the session. Any doubts in today's session? In today's session, we have learned what is blockchain, what is Bitcoin, and how can we predict Bitcoin prices? What is Ethereum Solidity programming language? And we have also predicted the Bitcoin prices. Okay, in Google Colab. This is what we have learned in today's session. Before winding up, any doubts regarding today's session? I want response from all the students. Can you please respond, dear students, dear participants? You can even follow our Pantech e-learning in different social media like Instagram, Telegram, podcast, YouTube, LinkedIn, especially to create your profile which is more valued or credits. Okay, with credits. Hope so you are connected with Pantech in all the social media to get more interesting updates on more technological events. And I hope so everyone enjoyed the session. Yeah, then we can wind up the session for today. And once again, I would like to thank KKR and KSR Institute of Technology. I have already taken one other session for the same college last 2 years back, I guess. And this is one other session. I hope so everyone enjoyed the session. And if you really like the session, please do click on like, comment, share. And if you are the first time visitor to our channel, you can even subscribe to Pantech e-learning channel. And I would like to thank all the participants for making the session interactive. And thank you all. Have a very nice day.